Wheatland County, Alberta. We're at about the 30-minute mark. And let's just review operations here. So it actually had a pretty serious failure occur on some suction hose, which really forced a bit of a change of an operation, but they've done a really good job thus far working through issues. So let's look at this. This is the first arriving engine, and it's set up to draft. They got the first dump tank down. They were doing a through the drain sleeve maneuver when suction hose broke. So let me show you this. This is the piece of suction hose that broke right there. Yep. And that's the piece that broke, which was going into the side of the pump, which meant they could no longer draft, which also meant they would lose the water out of the dump tank. Everybody's tender here has a pump on it. So what happened was the next arriving tender, they set up kind of a modified rural hitch, meaning that it's not a Siamese. They don't have a Siamese, but they do have a Trimese gated, and they're using that. So the next arriving tender ended up pumping to them into their intake while the folks solved the suction hose problem. It took about 27 minutes to get that resolved, but they're now back. They now are drafting through the officer side suction using 5-inch suction hose. We got a pony section in as well, and they're supporting that blitz fire. Our goal is going to be 2,000 liters a minute. See how that works out. We're not quite there yet, but folks are doing a good job of hustling, working to get a second dump tank up and running. So good. Real life scenario, right? That suction hose failed, and like, oh man, I got to solve that problem. But again, a good reason to have a pump, a good sized pump on a tender, and that's what they did in the interim, is pump that water off. So we'll join back in as more things happen. We have some footage being shot at the first one. Everybody who is possibly on the drill has been dispatched.